Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I'm Rambling Rusty and this is Rambling with Rusty. Last time on Rambling with Rusty, we were in the midst of doing a diplomatic mission to the Sylph Beastman tribe, and that mission has sent us on a string of seek and find missions, seek and recover, which has brought us into Upper Lanosia, and today we're going to continue along that string of missions and see how far we can get. So without further ado, let's get back into it. Let's see, Tetaroon. Oh yes, we were picking up a gift. He wants us to take this back to Buckaroon. Firewater for good Buckaroon. Okay. Tell Buckaroon, no drink now. Put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavor. Tetaroon hopes Buckaroon happy. Tetaroon gives Buckaroon thanks. Many thankies. Tell Buckaroon. Tetaroon make big shop someday. Big shop. In Eorzea. Make many sparkles and thanks to good Buckaroon. Okay. Let's see. Gurgaloon of Memaroon's trading post has deliveries. Gigaroon has good goods, need delivery, but Gigaroon too busy. Hotbox lunch. Cooking, hotbox lunch for Tinga, and Salos. You take. Okay. So it looks like we're heading for Thalos next. And back in Skull Valley. Yeah, let's look at the map. Outer Lanosia, where does that go? Upper Ugana, long climb. So nowhere. Lanosia, it's no good. Hottest Spockland. Oh, we gotta go over there. Oops. Oakwood. So we had to come in here and around. Tinga Tonga. Leave me be. I'm too hungry to continue my research, let alone receive visitors. This is Koigeran Hot Box Lunch from Memaroon's Trading Post. How did you? Thank you, friend. At last I will be able to hear myself think over the growling in my stomach. I was so eager to come study the fossils, I never gave thought how I'd take my meals. I've neither the time nor the materials to cook on my own, so the trading post has been a godsend. I'm always happy to be on the receiving end of a nice hot box lunch. Complete. Let's see. Looks like these are 22, 57, 57. Disciple of War. Okay, that's that. We failed this thing that we didn't want to do anyways. Oh, wait a minute, she's got a... There. What does she want? Tinga Tonga seeks help excavating fossils. I do what I can on my own, but I need someone brave in more dangerous places, such as atop the bones themselves. Sit out in my place and see what fossils there are to be found. If possible, I would prefer a variety of specimens. I'm guessing I need to take the upper path here. Oh, fossil bin. This is going to be the route to the next sector. I think I might need to... Wait a minute, there's something down there. There's a brown fossil. We can find a way back up here now. It doesn't look like there's a way back up. There it is. Means I now have to figure out how to climb that one. which is probably going to be... Still got to come up. Still got to get that second one. There it is. Ah, yes. These are fine specimens. These long, narrow bones likely belong to some sort of giant sea creature. Devoured by Thanos. From the looks of it, I'd say it was about the size of an adult kubu. In this round fossil, well, I've developed a theory that it is a shell of a parasitic organism. Which scholars tend to assume all know as much of our subject matter as we do. That is not true. Scholars do not assume that. Scholars assume that you know nothing. Always. It said that Lemlian summoned the massive serpent upon the primordial dry, and from its belly it spewed forth the waters which became the seas. We have no proof the remains that lie here are the Thelos. Indeed, whatever beast this was first came to be called that by virtue of its size alone. But I, for one, now dare to believe. It just may be that these bones are those of the divine serpent that brought life unto this world. Okay, it looks like we can now head for back to Lunacia. I should say Limsa Lamonsa. There it is. That's how it came down. You know what? With that right there. Okay, where's the damn duck? Is he up at that other end? He isn't, which means he must have been right here. Let's cook your own. That's been seen. Okay, so we must need to go back to I think we were in here. That's not it either. Muskrun's brothers. Oh, south. Way the heck down here. We'll just teleport. There it is. Ah, you've returned. Thank you for seeing to Tedderun's belongings for him. What's this, for me? Quick earn firewater, so he remembers my fondness. Why, that old he... bloody hells. Who's cutting onions back there? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? Aye, that sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. This stuff has an aroma and body unlike any other drink I know. It's gonna be a long year. Let's see you come back then, friend. We'll see if we can make it through the bottle together. There was word while you were away, sylphs were seen in the wood, but near no lands of their own. No, this was a place near to here, a place we've never known a sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far, more than like. The missing Sylph Elder among them. Here I've marked the tract where they were sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. What do we got going on over here? Wow, okay. Destination, okay. Silvers are out to be found. When did you come to Garleans? In this part of the 12th Wood. First Sylphs, now Garleans. All the same place. It cannot be mere coincidence. But no, not this far into the forest. The whalers' spines are everywhere. The Imperials could have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they, unless someone guided them through? Someone who knew where the spires stand and when the whalers watch. Oh. Okay, gotta talk to him again. Okay, what's he got to say this time? I'm glad you came, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. You know, I said we might have a traitor in our midst. Someone was aiding the Garleans. Well, I'm thinking I may have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another, but of late he's taken to ordering my best wines and finest cuts of meat. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. Wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest, and I couldn't help but putting two and two together. If a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard he was in the South Shroud. Find him, Rusty, and if he's up to no good, put an end to it. And him if it comes to that. Okay, we are in the South Shroud. Oh. There he is. Okay, can you not see him on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. There he is. Ah, not long now. I think patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. Yeah, okay. No more than I deserve, though. There's little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. How long have you... Help, help, help! How did you just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. Really? Where did he go? Proceed. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough, enough, I say. It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I'm proud to join their ranks. I'm proud. But they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty, but in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes and took it. All I've done for money, endangered myself, my home, and everything and everyone I love. Dumb, you do not realize how much. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who am cornered. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of the government? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power. Or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will Gridania. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a feather bed at Gridania, did ya? You there, hirer. You stand here at Bulsk's wish. No, then you don't stand alone. Impossible. How did you beat the Empire's finest? And with bandits and poachers at your side, they are your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? Ah, but I know the answer only too well. Buccaron. This is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I'm sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies. No more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Otter and confess my crimes. There is something I'd like you to tell Buccaroon. Tell him Laurentius the fool says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. Okay. Okay, so we gotta head back over there. Which means figuring out how we got up here. This is so dark, can't even... Not sure what that was. I didn't see. Experience. Okay. That didn't even help. Okay. The heck with it. I don't feel like sinking my level. Lermus confessed to his crimes. He just had word from the Twin Otter. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. Lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand. As a young man, he joined the Whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians from the misery he's known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania is too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference. There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. He failed to grasp one simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope them at the Otter's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you. The Sylph Elder has been found. Woohoo! Okay. My two friends from the Scions. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Yeah, his name is FFXIV, and he is the eldest among the Sylphs of Little Solus. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment, and bridges are of no use if you don't know where they are. There is an abandoned dungeon called the 1,000 Maws of Totorak here in the South Shroud. It was by the entrance to the place that FFXIV was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. To help Elder 1. Poor FFXIV, poor FFXIV. Whoa. Hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Elder 1 went into Totorak, but has not returned. This one is worried. And you're right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal. What in seven hells was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap? Elder 1 had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Eldest 1. Please, Walking ones, must help Elder 1. Help Elder 1 now. Arg. The fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but FFXIV is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to Otter's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Rusty, go to the 1,000 Maws of Totorak and see if FFXIV comes to no harm. Peace between man and Sylph rest upon your success. That's fine. Let me go. I really do get tired of all this reading. Okay, the 1,000 Maws. It's a dungeon, but I want that one up there. Okay. Smith and Biosurant. By order the Elder Seeds here, the dungeon known as 1,000 Miles of Totarak has been placed under the control of... what? The Sylph Elder is inside, and you are sure of this. How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God strike me down for... pure blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to the Doctor is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party. Alrighty, folks. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Rambling with Rusty. We're going to go ahead and leave off here for today's episode, and we will continue on our adventures next time on Rambling with Rusty in Final Fantasy XIV. Until then, I'm Rambling Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.